enjoying the summer?
Yes.
What's left of it? Doesn't seem to be much left.
Well, you better enjoy it quickly.
Don't
Enjoy
worry.
my
It gets hot again next week. So,
Is that right?
yeah, going back up to the 90s again.
Yay.
There you go. So,
Beach time.
awesome.
Been enjoying my stream, Alex.
Oh, are you enjoying it?
Yeah, other than it's got a leak someplace, and I'm trying to track that down.
Oh, yeah. That's always fun.
Yeah. Have you had one with yours? Your
I
pond?
had one. I actually had to replace my lining this summer.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah, that was tricky. We took all the fish out, and the biggest one, we put it in a little a transfer tank.
Swimming pool. Or, yeah.
It's not in your bathtub, Alex?
No, as big as the bathtub, but the air circulation stopped working, and the biggest one started going.
Uh-oh.
Oh my God! When I came in, I was like, "Oh no!" So we were holding him, trying to rescue him actually for an hour and a half, and me and Larry on our hands, just getting him going, and finally he came back. It was like, yay!
Wow.
So the power of will. So welcome everybody to another Now and Then gathering all over the world, every which way. Okay?
Yay.
Very interesting time of the year. Everything is changing, everything is waking up, and a lot of things are shifting in many, many ways. Even the political events are shifting in many, many ways. So how are you all taking it? How is everybody doing with it?
Perfect.
I love it. Perfect. That's a good start. Is everybody perfect with it? Then we're done. Then we're good.
Going down.
Who's that?
After the Republican.
We're voting.
Who?
Voting's coming up. That's good.
Okay, one at a time. Kathy, you speak, please. Kathy, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, what were you saying? You were breaking up.
I said I have a new grandson and the voting's coming up, so those are good things.
Okay, just to let you know, I don't know if you all are hearing it, but I'm hearing breaking up, a lot of static in your line.
A lot of breaking up.
Okay.
Yeah. She has a new grandson, Alex. That's what she was saying.
That was awesome. Yes, I saw the picture. That was congratulations, Kathy. That's a good celebration. Good to see you, Rhonda. Missed you. Been praying for you. Okay. So, and any good news, anybody? Other than Kathy's grandson. Any good news?
Buying a house, Alex.
Yay, you did it, huh?
Yeah. I closed on my birthday.
Wow, that is a birthday gift to yourself. That is so awesome.
Congratulations, Karen.
I can't wait to see the picture of that, okay?
I sent it to you.
Which one? There's two of them, so I wasn't sure which one.
I'll send it.
Yeah, send me the link to the inside too. So I can see.
I'll send it to you.
Yeah, that's awesome. Congratulations. Any more good news?
Every day is a good news day for me.
That's right, Robert. You are here is a great day, is it not?
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
We're taking my daughter to JMU on Monday.
Oh, they're starting on JMU.
Mm-hmm.
That is exciting, Rhonda. Yeah. Wow.
They
so
are.
Is it exciting and scary, or is it exciting?
Exciting.
Okay, good. I'm glad, and that is really because it's nice that people can get back into the routine, okay, as some kind of a routine, but it also tests their strength and their ability and their mind and everything. It's not just going to school anymore. Okay, so good. That's a great news. Anybody else? Nobody have any good news? Wow. Well, I am glad all of you are alive, so that's good news to me. Okay, and all of you are healthy, which that is also good news to me. And Janice, nice to see you, Janice. I have not met you before, so so and just to share a little bit of a good news, you know, our house is getting done. We got a new roof, we got a new window, we got new windows and new siding. So it's just so nice and new. Okay.
Beautiful.
So, Janice, can you quickly share how you heard about us or got into the group?
Sure. I'm good friends with Rhonda.
Mm-hmm.
And
Ah,
yeah. And so she recommended coming to, actually, before pre-COVID, to go to Virginia Beach. I live in Williamsburg. So that's on some Fridays, it's a bit of a hike for me. So, but then I thought, well, we're doing Zoom now. Might as well check it out this way. So
you cannot use the distance excuse anymore, right?
no, I cannot. It's very true.
Yeah, I wasn't, you know, it was funny because before COVID, I was already testing the online for people to be live and online. And then as soon as it happened, it's all online. It's just the perfect timing there.
Well, it's getting to be, you know, part of my job and everything I do. I'm online like this a lot. So,
a lot.
yeah.
So now you are an expert at Zoom and all of that now.
I don't know about that. I'm on my iPhone because I couldn't get my computer working right. So, yeah.
Ah,
anyway.
got it.
Yeah.
That's why I didn't come on when I came on. I was just hooking up to Facebook. So Facebook Live, people can be watching on Facebook too. So that was, it all works so smoothly today. I just love it. Yes. Well, I'm so glad you all are here today. Do you all know do you all remember the topic of conversation for today? Did anybody read the email?
How to move forward.
To move forward the current times.
Thank you. Kai, all over the other side of the world read it. All right.
I read it too.
And Karen read it too. That's right.
I read it, but I didn't remember.
Yeah, so that's why I started off the conversation with how is everybody doing and everything like that. So when something happens, it could be anything in our own personal life or in the world, especially when it's dramatic or when it's scary. What is our normal reaction? Or you guys react when you see an explosion on the street right in front of you, you'll react.
We run.
Fear.
We scream, we run.
There is a fear right off the bat, immediate fear, yes?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. What else? So let's get more real here. When COVID happens, what comes up in your mind? It's like things are shutting down. Everybody's, the news is so scary everywhere. People are dying everywhere. People are getting hurt everywhere. People are not, like, what comes to your mind?
Anger.
Anger, yeah, definitely.
Fear of unemployment, recession.
Fear of unemployment, definitely.
When will it be over?
Nancy, imagine that. When is my dancing resuming? Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Well, she definitely have a different attitude. You can see that. When will it be over? She can't wait for it to be over. Okay,
And people
so
are
very positive.
overreacting.
Okay, what else?
My attitude was people were overreacting, and I made a lot of people annoyed at work. So
So you say what you say to them that they're overreacting? Is that what you're saying?
yes, I thought everyone was overreacting. That wasn't as bad as everyone seemed to think it was, and I pissed a lot of people off at my job.
Ah, so because
They were afraid, and I was not. And
so it didn't affect you, but when you were so nonchalant, people got annoyed by that. Yes.
yes, they got angry.
Imagine that people are reacting. Yes. they're reacting with anger, fear, you know, and
Alex? Oh, go ahead.
yes,
Sorry.
go
No.
ahead, John.
Okay. I was going to say in the beginning, if the media and the Washington people had done it much more calmly, I think we would have had less of the fear factor just raging all over the country.
Okay, so you hear the fear in people, yes? You hear the annoyance, the anger, the discomfort, because everything changed. And so thank you for sharing that. And, you know, it is such a big shift for a lot of people. Like, you cannot go to work anymore. So how do you work? Okay, so I just want to hear what monkey mind, you didn't say it out, but what's in your head? What is in your monkey mind when this thing is running, other than Nancy?
What's in my monkey mind is I do a lot of reading on both sides of the story, and each side has an agenda, and the agenda all revolves around money.
Okay, so you took the time to read instead of go do things.
Right.
Okay, very good use of your time. What else? So that's good that he fills his mind with new information or information that's useful instead of running a monkey mind. Very healthy, very good. And believe
A
me,
lot of prayers
a lot of prayers.
to protect the children and the families and neighborhoods. Just a lot of prayers and throwing out the good light, being light.
Okay, so thank you for saying prayers for a lot of the children and bringing light into the world. Okay, you're
So,
taking
Alex, I have
proactive
something.
action. Go ahead.
So I have many employees at work, and going to this, I projecting positivity, everyone would be healthy, but it was every day people coming in with more and more fear that I had to show we were taking precautions and doing to protect them and trying their fears at bay. You know, meanwhile, that's kind of pounding at me. You know, it was difficult trying to keep my spirits up, and I felt that it was kind of winning. They were they were getting to me. So it's a challenge.
Thank you. Literally, what she's sharing is so real with so many of us.
Yeah.
Even you go to the grocery store, you feel the fear. And then the people say, can you stand 6 feet away, you know, and keep the distance, please? Yes, but like you said, but because you're working with everybody that's coming in, and you could feel they don't have the training that you guys have, okay? They have so many monkey minds, you get that? And they have so many fears, so many anger, so many disappointment. They blame, how many people blame people, okay? I just want you to understand this thing. If you actually tune into the vibration, there is so much negative energy.
Oh, yeah. Really.
Okay, so very good question, Rhonda. How do you keep yourself in that positive bubble of yours? Especially when Rhonda is a very sensitive person. She feels everybody, okay? And when she opens up, she feels a lot of things, not just the mind, but the body too. So how do you keep yourself there in a good spot, Rhonda?
It's been tough.
I'm gonna drink my coffee.
Always my bubble. Always my bubble.
Bubble.
I've been doing a lot of virtual cleansing of my office space.
Yeah, cleansing, very good.
And I just try to be present, and just remind myself when I feel that I'm slipping, to I create my path, and that can positively influence others, and help them see the positive side, that they're going to be healthy, they're fine, and keep plugging away at, really.
That's awesome. Yeah, so she's got some training creating bubbles, you know, cleansing the office, you know, and that's awesome. And to do a lot of those things. And it's almost like, do you have to repeat yourself quite a few? You feel like it? Yeah. So she set her head.
Absolutely.
So, yeah.
It's constant. Yeah.
It's constant, isn't it? Yeah. So they're coming constant. And hold on a second, guys. You know, and I just happened to see some people are saying on Facebook, Maggie says, keeping herself cheerful. All right, Maggie, this is awesome. Keeping everybody happy and cheerful. That is awesome. And what were you going to say, Brian?
I do a lot of WhatsApping with a particular friend of mine that's in another part of the world. And I also, I don't pay any attention to the media any longer and the news stuff, because they're propagating the fear in people. When this all started, there were not just the media, but anybody who thought they were somebody of authority and knowledge started throwing all this stuff up against the wall, and it turned the world upside down, you know, without having all the facts. So they put this fear out there, and I think there's hidden agendas in some of them. So I don't listen to any of them, and I just try to keep myself in that place. You know I'm not going to get it. Out of respect, I'll wear the masks now when I go into a store or something like that for somebody who maybe not taking care of themselves as well, or somebody that's older, doesn't have much of a choice. So it's a matter of respect out of them, or just to be in the store without somebody giving me a dirty look because I'm not wearing a mask.
Yeah, you will definitely get that when you do that. Okay.
But to me, okay, so I mean, is it the mask that you need? Is it the social distancing? How come it's not 5 feet 11 inches? It has to be 6 feet that you got to be apart. How about 6 feet 1 inches? Is that okay? And you don't have to wear the mask if you're that far. They put all this crap out there, and you know, I'm tired of. I'm not buying into it all. You know.
Yeah.
So again, I try to keep myself in reasonably good shape, although I'm not getting to the gym these days for obvious reasons. But you know, do the supplements, eat properly, get a lot of time outside, and I think most of us are probably going to shake it off if it happens to come our way, you know, but I'm not going to live in that state of fear. And I think there's been a emphasis or initiative by certain elements out there to keep people in fear.
Okay. Well, you hear the news every day, yes?
No, because I don't listen to it.
Thank you. People hear the news every day, so they hear a lot of crap, yes?
Yeah. Alex, I have a question.
Hold on a second. Your question is, hold on. So a lot of people say a lot of things about this event. You know, if you listen to the news, or even you keep up, or you read on the internet, there's so many negative conversations that's out there. You know, and the moment there's something happens, there's going to be a tweet, positive, negative, angry, upset. They're trying to dissect everything, you know. And like you said, even going shopping, the fear, even if you put on a mask conversation in itself is already, you know, crazy in many places, okay? And, you know, the moment you say the word COVID, somebody reacts. Mask, somebody reacts. No mask, somebody reacts.
Alex?
Okay? You know, hold on, John. Kianda, you were going to say something. What was that, Kianda?
Yeah, so I feel like for me, the biggest thing is about balance, because I do have friends from other countries. I have one joining us from Angola. And
yeah, where is he?
He's here. He's on. He's here watching.
Okay, good.
But so for me, there's been extreme on both sides, right? So for example, when I'm at my studio on Tuesday, I didn't go in because I was having allergies, right? And if I'm teaching or I'm at the studio, it's difficult because people have this fear of COVID where like, why are you here? Why are you out in public? At the same time, there is the other part where I have close friends and people that I care for deeply who have lost family members to COVID. You know, I've lost friends, they've lost family members. So it is actually a really real thing. So when you have media on one side saying, you know, everyone's going to catch it and they're going to die from it, and then you have another side that is saying it's a prank or it's a hoax and it's not that serious. And the reality is, for me, when I see it, there is both sides of that in like this middle ground of balance, but it's hard to convey that. There are people who, like I said, who feel one way or the other. When I'm speaking with someone who feels like it's a hoax, it's hard for me because I have lost people that I care for to COVID. At the same time, if I have allergies, I want to be able to go to work, right? That dichotomy of difference. So how do you, when we talk about moving forward, and we're trying to talking about everything going forward on the same page, how do you then have those conversations without having to say, hey, look, I had somebody die from this last week, you know, like it's real, without, you understand what I'm saying? Like,
oh yeah, I understand. You know, just like Karen started off saying, is like she didn't take it serious. She wasn't, you know, she wasn't afraid of it, and she was just making light of it. But to some people, it's such a big deal, yes? You know, and it's such a big deal that they're offended that you're not taking it serious.
Right.
And some people even unfriend you. Okay? You know, this world is really, really funny, okay? You know, if you really look at it, it's like there's so many things that are so serious, and how do you take it? And they're not serious, and how do you take it? And some people don't even believe this.
Right.
Some people don't even want to buy this. One don't even want to play the game. That's why I want to talk about this. Okay, so hold on a second. And Joan, you had something you were going to say?
Yeah, so I think this COVID-19 thing has pushed everybody to their edge one way or another, because it's changed so many things so quickly. And so people are experiencing the COVID-19, whether they're experiencing the COVID-19 or not. They're getting it through, suddenly they're trying to buy something online that's important to them, and it takes them 3 hours as opposed to 5 minutes. And there are things that have just been going on systemically, like dominoes, that is pushing people to their very edge. So I get that this group tends to blow it off a lot more, because we have your training. So we know that.
Wait a minute. I didn't tell you guys to blow it up.
No, that's my word. Sorry, guys. That's Joan Elizabeth words.
Okay, thank you.
That's not Alex Penn's words.
For those of you who were on my system, I scanned every one of you, and I said none of you will get it, and that changes your attitude. But what I'm saying to you is, I didn't say that. What you said. Okay, go on.
Let me finish. You want me to get your attorney out for you? Okay, so I mean, what I'm saying is that the people here have learned that your intention can make the difference for your life. We also did a lot of energetic work at the very beginning of when the COVID hit, to prevent the COVID from coming into our energy fields and our bodies. So that's what I meant by blowing off. Sorry, Alex. So did I dig myself out of that hole? But my thing is, systemically, this has affected us all in some kind of way.
Yep.
That was a little surprising because, whoa, we didn't have toilet paper. We didn't have paper towels. It takes a lot longer to get something from the vitamin shop that used to be always in stock. There's a lot of things that have been impacted by this. If you have to go to the emergency room, it takes a lot longer to get through the process of that.
All right.
And I just think that a lot of people's systems have just been pushed to the edge. There's been a lot of mental and emotional stress that has come on to a lot of people in the United States, as well as other countries like Italy that were hit so hard. And I think that we can't deny that some of this stuff just impacts us one way or another. Now, if you have a great attitude.
Can I get you to finish up?
Yes. If you have a great attitude, that can shift a lot of things.
Thank you. Everything she's saying is exactly what is going on in this world. There's so many things. It's like even the toilet paper, like she was saying, it is like people are fighting over toilet paper, you know, and yet there's plenty still, but they say there's none. And people are hoarding food. Okay, so yes, everything changed. So now I'm going to start this conversation for you guys in a way that is just for you guys to hear this. And you guys are on this conversation because it is important for you guys. And I started off last time with everything happens for a reason. And everything happens for a good reason. And that's the way I see it. Not everybody see it this way. And you all have this good question of saying, how do you share your vision with the people who do not see it this way? And not everybody sees it this way. Why? Earlier, I shared with people that when you are on your soul path and doing your soul work and learning your soul lesson, you are less likely to be affected by the pandemic or even the political change. When you are not doing what you're here to do, and you're fighting against yourself, or you're trying to force yourself to do something, this system here has completely helped us to reevaluate, take a pause, look into our own self, look into our personal life, look into our family life, look into the way we do our work, look into all the things that we are doing, and look at our friends, look at our community, and look at the whole thing around us, even around our community that is directly in your neighborhood. Everybody, one way or another, has to look at that. There is no choice. Why? It's like the world's 2x4. Like a wake-up call for the world.
You're on the call? And tell me.
Okay? So what I'm saying to you guys is, this has to happen. It's way past time. And I have news for you guys. That's why I wanted to share with you guys this conversation, because there's other things that's coming that's going to shake people up even more. So how do you prepare yourself to move forward no matter what is going on? And like I said, the people that are on their path, they're actually getting more successful than ever before. I mean, I just saw the news this morning that Apple is hitting $2 trillion in pandemic. How is that? It's crazy. Amazon is getting up there too. Facebook is getting up there too. And Zoom benefited from all of this. I mean, look at the stock of Zoom jumped so much. So how did these people benefit and the others don't? If you look at the people that are affected, you will actually see that those people have been re-evaluating what they do or their life. They're pondering upon, should I, shouldn't I? I really don't like what I'm doing. I really should change. I really should change. They might have said that for 5 years now. And now, guess what? Knock, knock, time to change. 2 by 4, boom, you have to change. So it scares a lot of people when things like that jumps in and let us know that we have to change. So I'm going to pause a little bit, letting people to come back in. I see somebody get cut off. Okay. Did you all hear what I just said there? Does it make sense to you guys?
Yes.
Yeah. So to some people, it's really scary. To some people say, thank you. I needed this break. I had some people that says, I needed this break. So they pack their whole family, go up to Connecticut instead of staying in New York. So they stayed in their Connecticut home and enjoyed themselves. And then they go to another home in, well, Florida, I wouldn't say that, but that was good too. In Florida, they had a good time until the pandemic went up again, you know. So people go to different places, like Elizabeth now is enjoying upstate New York. She never thought she would go there, up there. I mean, she was a diehard New Yorker. And she loved her
That is
place.
true. And I love upstate New York now. I love it. I'm never going back to New York unless it's my second home.
Not second home. Before, she would not have thought to even come back home. Okay, so a lot of things have changed. It's because our soul timing. It's like the world's soul work is coming into play now. And a lot of the times it's also that the world's, the evolution of the soul is maturing faster. And you see younger people are more in tune. You know, they want bigger stuff. They are more interested in bigger stuff. It's amazing stuff that they're doing. Okay? And so things are changing very quickly, whether we like it or not. Why? Because it is time for the soul to do that. It's not the human time, it's time for the soul. And the human time will be in alignment with the human, with the soul timing. Okay? So how do you move forward when things are going crazy? The reason why I asked you all these questions earlier is like, how are you all affected? What is going on? You know, how do you see things? It's because there's so many automatic human response. You get that? So many automatic human response. Like when people react, when something drastic happens, when a scary thing happens, we fire our amygdala first, the fight and flight. It automatically fires. It scares people, you know, and they wake them up. It's like, but that's a self-defense mechanism for the body system, which is very important. So when they fire that, it scares people, but it is also protection. But not many people have the training like some of you guys have, or the whereabout to completely calm the mind down before it goes to the next stage of the fear and flight, fight and flight. They go to the next stage, it's like panic. They go to the next stage, making up story. And they don't go to the next stage. So it's like, oh my God, what am I going to do? It's like the shock that they have to deal with the sudden change of things. It's so automatic that people go into like, they're trying to think so hard that their head hurts. They're trying to figure out so hard that it worries them so much that they can't even go to sleep. And then when you have people that like want to have workers and everything like that, it's like dealing with all of this energy, let alone your own, plus 25 to 30 other people. Some people are 600 people, plus the community. You know, different people that has worked with big groups of people. So they have to deal with all of that. And then they have to deal with their own family. And they have to deal with their kids in school, at home. That's a lot to deal with. The automatic mind goes into fear, trapped, worry, stuck. So what did you all hear about my conversation so far? So I'm just going to open it up a little bit just to get everybody. Okay, where's everybody? Let's see. Okay, what did you all hear in that conversation just now?
Alex, I heard that everything happens for a good reason.
Mm-hmm.
And I heard that people are going into a lot of automatic modes.
Mm-hmm.
And I also heard that we've had a lot of training that can assist with that.
Okay, good. Anybody else hear anything else?
That people are going to react by where they are at in their own journey.
Mm-hmm.
And that to try not to judge that, just sort of accepting people where they are,
Mm-hmm.
and simultaneously trying to maintain your own path, your own journey.
Mm-hmm. Beautiful. Mm-hmm. Anybody else? I'm awaiting. I know you guys got thoughts. You guys are very shy. Don't be shy.
Many people's natural reaction is fear for all of this,
Yeah.
that's what's coming.
Which is an automatic human response. You get that? Unless you train yourself not to play that. Okay?
One of the things that I also heard was that if you've been contemplating a change, if you feel like you're not in the situation that you want to be, or that you have kind of feel stuck, that COVID has allowed that time for processing and to kind of be that 2x4 to say, okay, this is your time to wake up. This is your time to move. This is your time to do whatever it is that you're supposed to be doing.
Yeah. Some people, it is time for them to look at it. Yes.
I heard that the old molds are breaking and people are just having to redo themselves and their whole life.
Yes. This is actually a big change for a lot of people. They have to redo their whole life. Very true indeed.
Alex, can you kind of repeat what Kathy said? Because I'm still getting the garble.
Kathy, think you need to talk a little bit slower so that people can hear what you say. It's breaking up somehow, your telephone. Okay? So she was saying that, why don't you say it again, Kathy, so we all can hear it for you.
That you said it was a world 2x4, and that people are their way of life, which was our old life. Now we have the new earth, the new life,
Right.
and they're having to redo everything.
Right. So she's sharing what she heard from me. Is saying this is a 2x4 for people, and they have to look at their whole life or change their whole life to something very new, to something different completely. You know, it definitely is a 2x4 for them. So that's what she was just saying. She got that. Okay. So what else? Anybody else? Thank you.
Johnny,
Something. Oh, I was gonna.
he was saying that people who are in their soul path are excelling, and he believes that it's true. It's this, that it is true. I believe circumstances, changing times don't really affect people who found their goal and accept setbacks as part of the journey and obstacles as teachers.
Okay.
Can I ask a question about that?
Yeah. Every obstacle is always, if somebody who is willing to learn, is a lesson, yes? But a lot of people would like to complain about obstacle, isn't it? Or they blame somebody else for the obstacle, isn't it? Yes, John.
So is it Kionda?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Kionda said, if we're on our soul path, aren't we all on our soul path? We're just not necessarily aware of it. Yes or no?
Yes, the statement was from somebody who's watching from Angola, but he was saying what he heard from Alex was that people who are all along in their soul paths are excelling, and that he believes that with the circumstance and changing of time, they're not affecting the people who are already on their soul path, but that if you're not on your soul path, then you're feeling stuck and you're feeling more frustration and you're feeling more like you're not in line in what you're supposed to be doing.
So let me explain that to you guys. Good question, everybody. So I was wondering who's going to ask that question, and I'm glad somebody finally asked. So, because when I say people are on their soul path, I'm wondering who actually are present to their own soul path. Okay. And when I say you're not on their soul path, I'm surprised that nobody questioned what is not on my soul path. And so now you guys got Cam circle back and answer this question, which is perfect. Okay. When I say something, when I reference, I teach people about, growing in their gifts and going through their life. When I say people are on their soul path, it actually means that they have soul lessons that they're supposed to learn in each journey of their life. Whether they know it or not, it is a lesson. But if they're doing their lesson and following their own soul lesson plan, that's on their path. Just like when you go to school, just to give people some example, if you go to school, people, mom and dad enroll you in kindergarten. Yeah, so happy. You play with all the kids and then you learn. And then you go to first grade. Oh yeah, you learn ABC. So easy. You don't have to study. And you pass. And then you go to second grade. You learn 1, 2, 3. Yeah, you got 1 + 1. I know it. It's 2. I'm so happy. So they get past. They go to level 3. And level 3, now we got, longer math equation. What is 1 pi? And you give a quarter here, a quarter there, what's left? Oh, I don't know. Oh, now I have to do fractions. It's like, I don't want to learn. So when you don't want to learn and you don't want to do your homework, or some people just want to go play. So the likelihood of them passing third grade is what? They're going to fail. So if they fail, guess what? They have to repeat themselves. Yeah, so they repeat and they do it again. And so when they start not wanting to do the work that they're supposed to do, what happens? They change their path. You get that? So most people will have contingency in their soul plan. But there are certain people that completely are in denial. They don't even want to go forward. So they don't want to do their soul lesson. People are not aware of that. But a lot of people are so resistant to soul growth that they actually go into standard depression, anxiety, addiction, alcoholism, and then suicide. So they complete their process and then they come back again. So when I say they're not on their soul path, you know, everybody said, well, everything is soul lesson. Yes, it is. Everything is soul lesson. Whether you like, just everything is learning. When you go to school or not go to school, everything is still learning. Okay. So when you are actually coming here to do what you're meant to do or meant to learn, it flows. There is a flow to it. There is a, you know, there's a dance to that. Even though it's hard, but it's actually part of the lesson that is actually not as hard as it can be or it has to be. It's almost like it's easy to get over it. But when we are going against our souls and we don't want to learn, we don't want to do this, it's like everything is hard. And you know what? I said I have an easy button, yes? And guess what? Oops, where is it? Somebody took away my button. Oh no. My honey found me a hard button. Okay. We don't have the word hard yet, but I'm going to put the word hard here. But this is an easy button. And this is what it sounds like when I press this button. It's long-winded and takes a long time to get there. And then it's hard to get there. And finally I got there. I don't even remember how I got there. Many people do that in life. Make it so hard. And then when they're not on their soul path, it's almost like it's a resistance. Things don't work. It keeps breaking down. Problems after problems keeps building up. One after the other, after the other, after the other, like the COVID. It's like one after the other. It piles on to push you back to what you're supposed to be doing. That you're almost like, you know, your soul create, that's why I call it the 2x4s. Your soul try to nudge you back on track. Okay? And so, does that make sense to you guys?
Yes. Yeah.
Kianda, does it make sense to him?
Yes. Thanks.
Good. Janio is from
Angola.
Angola. Okay. I'm not seeing him online though.
No, he's here.
Okay. He's over there on your phone. Okay, got it. He's on your phone watching me on the computer. Okay. Uh-huh. So.
He had trouble with Zoom. So.
Yeah, trouble with Zoom. Okay, got it. Mm-hmm.
There
you go. So that's him. Okay, Daniel. Okay. So why I said that, how do you, do I want to give this question for you guys? Let me just take a tune here. Well, you guys really don't want all this bullshit question, do you?
Yes.
You all don't want to hear all this crazy conversation, do you? You just want to get to the meat of the stuff, don't you? You guys are getting impatient. I should get you guys, make you guys wait a little bit longer. So I'm going to give you guys a chance to move me forward. Who have the courage to ask me the question to move me forward? I'm waiting.
I can ask one question.
Okay.
What's the easiest way to ask your soul what to do in this environment?
Okay. That's an interesting question. What is the easiest way to ask your soul in this environment? An interesting way. First and foremost, you are your soul, right?
Yes.
So usually you ask yourself that question. You get that? But most people don't believe themselves. So your answer usually comes to you from your soul, to you, because this is your journey. That's why I train people to listen to their soul journey, to their path. So that's a good question. How do you ask your soul? Well, actually, it's very, very simple. Women call it intuition. Okay. When you are on your soul path, you ask, if you do something that is not, like, even in this current time, when you do something and it's not meant to be and it's not supposed to be, does even your logic say I should do it? There's something that will tell you that you shouldn't be doing it. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
That's your soul telling you. Okay, even though when you actually plan it all out, that this is so logical, I should be doing it, you studied it, everything, you know, logically, everything's supposed to be done this way. But something tells you something's missing. And then your soul will say, go look at that. Something will say, you know, go call this person. So if you listen to those little signals, it will actually help you get to that spot. So that's your soul telling you that. And then if somebody really wants to go deep into that conversation, they go into a deep meditation to really go into that, to really listen carefully, to look at their whole life plan and look at their life's journey and look at where they've come from, where they're going, and who they're supposed to be with. Those are a little bit deeper when you go into meditation to do that. Okay? So that's a very good question. And another one more question to move forward. Any more?
I have a question.
If not, I'll continue. You guys are going to get impatient. You know, I love to talk.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Kai.
Well, I mean, in this community, we are all good. I generally think most of us are good, right? But we are living in a community, in a family, in a community, and the
When
world.
you say most of us are good, define that, please.
Like, you have taught us how to stay centered in this situation, and generally, I believe all
You
of
mean
us here.
this community here?
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
This gathering. Okay, so my question is: does one person's like myself, my state of being matter in the whole scheme of things? Whereby the family, the community, and then the country, because what is reflected out there, right, seems like there's a lot more work to do for a lot of people. So does it matter if I'm good, right? One person's action or one person's reaction, does it matter in the whole scheme of things? You know, because it seems like the old structure still maintained. I see the way I observe. The old structure is still maintained as far as in Malaysia is concerned.
Correct. So I'm going to answer that question in a very interesting way, by the way. Welcome, Kimberly, and the people that's watching on Facebook, different people. Welcome, everybody over there. And thank you, Maggie and Susan. You guys are keeping it busy over there. So welcome. I'm so glad that they're able to tune in on Facebook to watch it, and Gloria too. Okay. So earlier when you all said, like Karen and Janice and different people said that when we are, like Brian even saying, when we are not wanting to participate in the hysteria of the world, and we wanted to, you know, project positively and do think nothing of it, we affect other people. We get angry at them. And just like Kai is saying, if one person gets crazy, will the world stop spinning? The answer is no. If I die, the world will still spin and you guys will still live on. You understand that? The answer is no. But the question lies in, if you look at the bigger picture of all of this, each and every one of us is a part of each other's life. You came to that community, you came to that country, you born in that place, And at this current moment in time, your soul has an agreement to be where you are, to participate in the event of this current event in this day and age, exactly where it's supposed to be. For those of you. So when you are positive and you trigger somebody negative right in front, right next to you, it's meant to be. It's meant to get them to look at themselves, at their own journey. So if I piss you off right now, if I piss all of you off, I say, screw you guys, I'm going now. I leave you guys hanging. I switch it off, and now all of you are stuck hanging. It's like, what the hell is he doing? Why did he just do that to us? Yes? What if I intentionally do that? It triggers you guys. Am I wrong? Am I bad? You guys will say that, of course. People will say, oh, what, he's selfish. They will say all kinds of things. A great master will actually understand that is an intentional trigger for them to look at their own life and why are they triggered by something so simple as somebody switching it off. Or somebody said to you, you're ugly, or you're lazy, or you're insensitive. If somebody said that to you, and you have to be sensitive to me, you have to be sensitive to my feeling. That is definitely a soul lesson right there. You will learn that. The one that's giving and the one that's receiving. What if somebody's intentionally going out there and don't give a hoot about it, and their mission and their sole purpose is to spread to as many people virus as possible? And then everybody's going to be angry at this person who's spreading all of this to the world. What if that's his job to wake everybody up? Just like 9/11. We said that is a terrible thing to everybody. And it changed New York's landscape. New York seemed to have a lot of karma with that, by the way. Every movies and I destroy New York, Manhattan, how many times over? It's almost like it's asking for that to be blown away again. It's like I see how many movies. It's like, name some movies, anybody?
Godzilla.
Godzilla, thank you. You know, New York gets trampled and trampled and all the time. New York Giant Stadium got destroyed by the Godzilla, you know?
King Kong.
And King Kong, you know? And the Avengers, it's like amazing. But what I'm saying here is this. Yes, in our society that we live in, we create what we call a social norm that is acceptable to each other. And because you live in this social norm, and if you choose to participate in the social norm, then you also give courteous respect to others. And that is all optional. But society says it's important and it's supposed to be. If you don't do it, you're a bad person. They're all judging each other all the time. I have news for you. Each and every one of you have the freedom to choose how to participate in this society. You can go on and be triggered by everything, or you can go on and not be triggered by anything. The one that have grown themselves to be powerful will not be triggered by anything. Why? Because they are in charge of their feelings, their emotions, their mindset, their spiritual well-being, their energy, their space, and their direction of life. They do not bother about you telling them you should be driving this, you should be wearing this, you should be saying this, you should be nice to me. They just smile because they know where they're going and they know what they're doing. And they don't need to hear that from you. But people love to tell you. Everybody has an opinion, whether you ask them or not, whether you paid for it or not. So the question here, Lyson, is very important now. Things will come up in our life all the time. Boom, 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 many, many, many things. I said to you, how do you move forward? Hear this very carefully. Everything that happens to you right here, right now, in your current situation, in your current life, the coffee that you're drinking, the background that you have, the chair that you're sitting on, every single thing that has been created in your life has been designed by you before this. You choose the clothes that you wear. You choose the telephone. You choose the computer that you hook up in with me. You choose the place that you're in. You eat what you eat. And I like my coffee, I drink my coffee because I choose that. And I even have a little buzzer here. If I lose my phone, if I lose my coffee, it will beep here. My honey got that for me. She knows that I put my coffee cup everywhere and I put my phone everywhere. So when I press my phone, my coffee will beep. It will tell me where my coffee cup is. So again, I'm coming back to your whole life, good, bad, ugly, your family, your work, your heart, your face, your hair, every single one of that is created by you or in partnership with somebody to get to where you are today. Is that true? Can anybody say any different from that? What do you think, William? You're so quiet today.
I was off and on. I had a little bit of excitement.
Can you say a little bit louder? You're very soft.
Oh, is it? I said I had a little bit of excitement here, so I had to log off and on, and I had to leave and come back.
Ah. Well,
a little background noise.
Okay. Well, I'm glad you're back. Okay. So, well, William, can I use that as an exercise?
Sure.
Well, everything that happened to you was created by who?
It wasn't me.
Oh!
I was listening.
It wasn't you.
Of course, we always have a part in it.
No, but William's gone through my training, so he knows I can play with you. So it wasn't you, isn't it, William? No, it was who was it, William?
But you know who it was. I left the room.
Exactly. That is a normal response. You can see that. But he knows better.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. We all have a part in it.
Yeah, we all have a part in it. So if you know that, and if you actually believe that, and if you actually understand that, it will give you 100% power. Not 50%, not 70%, but 100% power.
Because you can change it.
Thank you, Linda. Good to see you too. Where are you? You're in the dark. Where are you?
I'm here.
Oh, there you are. You're very dark. No wonder. Okay. Yeah. Because you can change it. Yes?
So Alex, can I ask a question about that?
So who has the power to change it, John?
So I have the power to change it, and you told me that I have 100%, not 50%, not 40%, whatever.
Correct.
So if you know that you can change it,
Mm-hmm.
is there some sort of technique that you can use to always get 100%?
Thank you for asking. That will be the next section. So I want to hear what people hear first, and then we'll go to that next one. Okay, so stay tuned, my dear. Okay, good. So did you all get what I just said? It's kind of hard to take. You know, just like in The Secret, they say, if you're 100% responsible for your life, not many people are willing to hear this conversation. Really, not many people. And because you guys are in this group, that means you guys are growing and wanting to develop yourself and actually taking on life today. And that's why you guys are on this call today. My intention was people who are intentionally needing and wanting to shift their life will be on the call today. No tire kickers. I'm not interested in tire kickers. People who say they want, but they're not serious about it. And so I asked the soul to be here for that. And so you guys are here, it means you guys want to, you guys are going to get something that very powerful for you guys to change your life. And so that's why I actually said, if you understand this conversation, it is 100%, not 50%. Okay? So what did you all hear? And you guys can chime in on Facebook too. And Maggie said, we choose, okay? Be extra cheerful, okay? And all right. What did you all hear when I said that everything, including your house, your car, your clothes, your food, your anger, your relationship, your happiness, your disaster, is all designed or created in part by your journey, by your interference or your interaction with that whole process. Can you all believe that?
Sure.
So are you saying it's basically the energy you're putting out there?
Okay, hold on a second, Lenny. Just hold on. Janice, you were saying?
I said, so are you referring to the fact of it's the energy you put out to the universe is sort of like what you get back?
That too. That is part of it, but not all of it.
Okay.
Okay. Do you want to understand a little bit more about that, Janice? Yes, most people think that we attract, yes. The energy is we attract, yes. And that is very true. If we are happy, we attract happy people. If we are angry, we will attract angry people or circumstance that will make us angry again throughout the day, yes? But the part that people don't get it is this, that at any moment in time in the day, they have the option to change it. You get that? If they don't change it, the energy is there.
We always have the opportunity to step back and observe to realize what we need to change.
How many people on the bus don't do that?
Everybody but me. There's probably a couple, but many do.
If you look out on the street, go to 7-Eleven, how many people will change on the dime?
None. None.
On the subway, if the subway is working, okay?
None.
Alex?
Yes, Robert.
I went through many changes during my life.
Correct.
Many changes. Some very, very significant.
Yes.
And I'm still changing. And my question is, I went through a bad things the last couple of years, and I've gone through them. I went through them all. Is that my soul trying to say, Robert, I had something else for you to do. I'm giving you another chance.
You have many changes. Okay, Linda, I can see you now. Yeah, you have light. Yes. So, Robert, you have many changes. Most of the time, major changes happen is because we need to learn something. So it's not just your soul, it's sometimes a part of the lesson, soul lesson. Okay, so it all depends on what it is. And you have so many, we can talk a little bit specific one next time. If you want specific one, you can ask one specific one. And if you want privately, you can just call me and we can talk about that privately. But yes, in a general, when something drastic happens, it's like we either have to change direction in life, just like the COVID, or to learn something from it. And then when you learn something from it, you now grow from it and you don't need it. Okay? So I want to come back again to our conversation here. This is a powerful conversation for you guys. So I just want to bring it so that you all can really hear this. I said earlier that everything that we created in our life, my kids, my house, my drama, my craziness of life, is all created by me. When I can 100% own it, I just want to share a quick story here. I didn't know this story. I didn't even know this existed for me. Until one day I was driving home from Washington, D.C. at the end of the Landmark Forum class. On the road, I realized, oh my God, my whole life, all my drama was my story. My pain was my story. My suffering was my story. My disadvantage was my story. I feel out of place was my story. I have bad luck was my story. And when I woke up, I stopped at a gas station and I said to myself, I choose to change my story. I choose to pay attention to the story I create from here on in. I will no longer allow myself to let my monkey mind run wild to create wild stories for my life. And I will listen to what my mind is creating. And I get back in the car. Oh, by the way, before I got in the car, I said, I looked at the lottery machine. There was a lottery ticket scratch off. And I played last time and didn't win too much before, but I looked at the machine. I said, can my mind be that sharp and that clear? I said, Alex, you are your word. Make up your mind to play or not to play, to win or not to win. And I said, this is a test for me. I'm gonna win. So I put in my dollar. I took over scratch off and I scratch it and I win $5. I say, yes, that's a start. And I have not stopped since. From then on, I create one story after another. If you ask me today's life from 15, 12, 13, 14 years ago, that it would have been this life, it would have been not. I would be angry. I would be always angry at people taking advantage of me. I don't even talk to people in front of you guys like that. I'm very shy, okay? I work so hard for very little. My whole life, my whole community, my whole friends, my whole circle, everything changed because of that one decision. A 100%. It will change. But the question for you guys is, are you guys willing to take on this responsibility 100%? If you take on the responsibility 100%, it will change 100%. If you take on the responsibility 10%, 10% will change. If you take on 50%, 50% will change. If one day you take on 70%, 70%. Next day you take on 10%, 10% will change. Guaranteed. So the question is, how do you go about doing this training? So I'm going to open the conversation for you guys a little bit first before I go into that route. So what did you all hear from what I just said?
Alex,
Yes.
I heard that if we are 100% responsible for our life, then we should create anything we want, and what we say is going to happen will happen.
Correct.
That's exciting.
Thank you.
Yay!
Woohoo!
Yay!
Okay. Nancy, we can go dance now. Okay, Kianda, you're going to lead the dance. Come on. By the way, Kianda has a mambo room dance. You guys need to come together. We all need to get her together. We're all going to have a social event for our community. We can go over her place and dance. Can we do that, Kianda?
Absolutely, no problem.
Even Johnny, you need to come over here so we can go dance. Come on.
Right on.
Okay, what did you all hear from what I just shared?
I thought it was really powerful when you said, I am my word. And when you recognize that, you have all power. And when you also then say, I'm committed to changing my story, it represents that your word and your commitment can align, and you can actually create any reality you want to design. And I just think that is so powerful.
Perfect. The key to every philosophical teaching is you are aligned with your thoughts and your words. Every teaching, no exception. I have yet to find. If you have an exception, please share with me. I would love to hear that.
There's not an upgrade anywhere in there, Alex?
That is an upgrade. That is an ultimate upgrade.
You are responsible for your life.
I am. If my life crumbled, it's my doing. If my life excel, it's my doing. So I cannot blame the economy. I cannot blame the country. I cannot blame you, Robert. Okay? So I cannot blame anybody. I have to look at myself.
And no one else can run you.
And I choose to run myself, so how can anybody run me?
That's right.
Even if they put a gun to my head, they cannot run me. Because I choose to interact the way I want.
And that's the way it should be.
Well, shouldn't be. It's your choice. But it's a powerful way to live. So what did you all hear, please? Anybody else hear anything about or are present to anything about themselves in that conversation? No?
Well, yes.
Okay, go ahead,
I-
Kay.
I just remember this old saying, you are the captain of your own ship.
Correct. You are the captain of your ship is very good, Kathy. And Susan Hudson say, we are our catalyst for change. Okay, Maggie say it's up to us. Connie, thank you for coming on and watching. And yay, guys, you guys are awesome. And you know, I was really surprised that some people don't do Facebook, some people don't do Zoom. So it's like, okay, the world is all over the place. So how do you do that? So I do both. You know. Yeah, I was like, oh, I thought everybody's on Facebook. No. Everybody's on Zoom. No. Everybody, all my family's on WhatsApp, you know. But some people don't even know WhatsApp is. Like Kai loves WhatsApp. She's in Malaysia. They love WhatsApp. Okay, so I want to help you guys get some powerful practices that I have learned along the way that produces great results for you guys. Do you all want it, or do you all just gonna go figure it out from here? Oh, you guys are so quiet. Only Rhonda wants it, and nobody else wants it. So I'm just gonna give Rhonda. So Rhonda, you're the only one who wants it. Yay! I'm gonna give it to you. They all can go off now. I'm gonna get them offline. We're gonna go a private group.
Some of us take the warrior path.
Bring it on.
We want it. We're dedicated.
I want it.
Alex, bring it.
I want it.
You all can choose the hard button, and Rhonda chooses the easy button. Okay. And then you're gonna go. It's long-winded and takes a long time to get there, and then it's hard to get there. And finally, I got there. I don't even remember how I got there. So y'all can go that way, or we can go the faster way. Whichever one is fine by me. You know, I'm just gonna enjoy my coffee, and y'all can choose whichever way. Okay. So thank you, Rhonda, for jumping in really quickly. She's very present, and she's very active, and she's ready to move forward fast. Okay. So I know you're 100%, and the race is I don't know how many percent yet. Okay. We're gonna see. We're gonna see if they're gonna jump, and or they're just gonna sit around and gonna say, okay, I'm gonna do it. By the way, that's 10%. Okay.
Those are fighting words, Alice. Come on, bring it.
Okay.
Come on.
Okay. So let's see how. Where is this one? Am I still big for you guys?
Yes.
Okay, so I thought I was not. I guess I can see you guys, but I'm still clear and big. Okay. So I guess I'm still the spotlight on that.
Yes.
Wow, I'm a spotlight. Okay, come on back. So that realization, that night, you know, coming home at probably about 11:30, driving down the road, and I had so many aha moments, so many. Okay, but the biggest aha moment in the practice of all of this is I realized that our human mind is so active at making up stories that is not even true. Our human mind will make up, if I say 1 + 5, can you see how my pose, you all already come up with a number before that? Very quickly. The trick is to stop making up new stories without facts. And then the power is looking at facts as it is without your story. You know, when I bring a cup like this, one could say many things, or one could just say, it's a coffee cup, or it's a cup, a Yeti cup. And my daughter gave this to me. It's a Yeti cup. Can we stop at that? It's a Yeti cup. So the power in this training here is, if I give you all one word, can you all accept that one word and not make up your own stories with that word? So you want to practice that. You want to reduce the number of words with the things that you see. Because when you can reduce the number of words, now your resistance will be this little. Because if you don't, if you have 5 words and you're trying to create a new conversation, you need to squash these 5 words to have this new conversation to be effective. But 5 is actually very little. Our mind, our conscious mind, operates at 20,000 beats per second. 20,000, 1 second. But our subconscious mind operates at 400 billion beats per second. The moment I say hurt, our subconscious mind will go through every moment that we are hurt, all the way back, and come back with the stories of how we are hurt. Our conscious mind will think of 1 or 2, but our subconscious mind will go all the way back. It can go all the way back to childhood even. And to some people, it can go all the way back to past life and come back and say, well, I was killed last life. So to understand that, one has to understand how to slow down the conversation so that when you create a new one, it becomes powerful. Do you understand that conversation? I
Yes,
want everybody to get that.
yes.
Any questions about that? Okay, you guys don't have any question. I'm going to show. Okay, I want you guys not to think of anything. Don't think of what I say, okay? So you guys, I want to test to see if your mind can not think and not make up stories. Don't think of this, and I'm going to say a phrase, but don't think of anything else. See if you cannot think of it. A pink elephant in your room just did a big thing. How many of you already smell it? How many of you actually see the pink elephant? I said, don't think. How many of you actually made up stories about it? You see the flies on the thing even?
I feel it.
Oh, you feel it. And yet it's not even in your room, by the way, Kathy.
No, but I was feeling the mess.
You are feeling the mess. You see how she's going to have to clean up the mess. Now she's doing thinking about the mess. Can you see how fast our mind thinks? Our body feels? Your energy just changed by just that one statement. Your energy just changed. And I'm going to say one phrase. Yeah, you still smell it, huh, Karen? Oh, by the way, I forgot to say, it's juicy one.
TMI, Alex.
If you all didn't smell that, then you got it now, okay? I just want to demonstrate to you, because I've worked with the mind in so many different ways, so many people to shift so quickly. Scientifically, you just saw how quickly your conscious mind and then your subconscious mind actually helps you create a whole picture about it. It actually creates a whole experience of it, like Kathy was feeling. The subconscious mind actually make your body feels, make your heart feel, make your breathing smells, the whole thing. It makes so many things that you can almost smell, like you could see that pink elephant doing its thing in front of you. How crazy that is. And you even color the elephant pink for me. So your subconscious mind did all of that in just me saying one phrase. So the question here lies in, how do you slow that down? Any answers, anybody?
Don't engage with the mind, stay in the energy.
Say that again, John.
Don't engage with the mind, stay in the energy.
Stay in the energy. I don't think you want to stay in the stinky elephant energy. I hope you're not in your bedroom, because it's gonna stink. Anyway, come on back. Okay, let go of the pink elephant. Let go of the stinky stuff. You guys are present with me here. You guys are sitting in your chair, sitting in your bed, sitting in your house. You guys are present to yourself. Yes?
Yes.
So look around, get present to yourself that you are good. So I want you to pick an object in front of you. An object, not me, an object in front of you. Okay, anybody pick an object. It could be a pen, it could be something, anybody, just pick an object, okay? Everybody got an object? Good. Your finger, it could be your finger if you don't have an object. Everybody pick an object. Okay. Let go of all thinking. In a moment, I'm going to give you some instructions. Just follow the instructions and just allow yourself to see something. Now open your eyes and bring that object in front of you. And I want you to look at that object and say this phrase. It is a pen. Whatever your object is, it is that object. It is a finger. So you say it to yourself, that's all. Stay quiet, look at it again, and say it one more time, and see if you can stop at the end of the sentence without anything else, without adding anything else. It is a pen, period. Just allow your mind, nothing to force, just be present to your mind. Can you hold this thought? It is a pen. And if something comes, just watch it. Just listen to it. And say, go away now. Thank you for coming, but go away now. And go right back to the pen. It is a pen. And be present to your body. How long can you stay focused on that one phrase? It is a take a deep breath. Release. That last phrase was only 10 seconds, by the way. It feels like a long time, didn't it? What were you all present to in your mind? This is where, if you all give me feedback, I can help you, because I've been through all of what you guys are doing. Okay, I've done this exercise millions of times.
I didn't get anything except the cell phone.
Somebody said something, I cannot quite hear you. Who is that?
Oh.
That was Lawrence talking.
Oh, okay. I couldn't quite hear him.
He was saying he was using his cell phone as the object, but he didn't get anything other than that it's a cell phone.
Wonderful. And so I'm glad he didn't get anything. Were you all present to what your mind was doing?
Yes.
For me, my mind was trying to describe the object. Like, mine's an egg, right? It's a rose quartz egg. So I was trying to say, I have an egg. And I'm saying, oh, and it's pretty and it's rose quartz. And then I'm like, wait, it is an egg. And then I kept going back to it.
Thank you. Can you see how your mind immediately wants to go more? Immediately, it wants to go more than what it is. I asked you just a simple statement. It's too simple for some people. It really is too simple. It's so hard to be that simple. It is a pen, or it is an object, it is a cup. It's so hard for people to stop there. Thank you for sharing, so I can give you the feedback. You know, anybody else have another experience that could share so others could hear what they experienced too?
Alex, I got dizzy.
You got dizzy. Okay, share with what was your object and what did you got? When did you get dizzy?
My object was my computer,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm not sure when I got dizzy now, because I was holding the object and I would not go past it.
Okay.
So, and then suddenly I got really dizzy.
Yeah. Pause for a second. Everybody can listen to this and learn from this. So take a deep breath, John. Release. And take another deep breath. And release your mind back to the computer. Release back to the computer. Okay. Open your eyes and come back here. What you just did just now, John, was you forcing so hard, you trying so hard to stay so focused. But what you did was you actually go into the connected with the computer. You actually connected with the computer.
Yeah.
You understand? And when you connect, your mind was like way into it. You were not present to hear, you were there. So the dizziness is because of the so intense focus. You want to do it more relaxed, okay? You don't have to do it right. This is, you just want to do it more focused and relaxed, relax, okay? So thank you for sharing that. And yes, and yes, because when you go into computer, which is a simple little object like a pen, a computer has a lot of electronic energy. And when you're doing this high vibration energy, you actually, like when I go into computer, it's like I go into the computer and I go travel into the parts, and the screen itself is so intense, okay? So might not want to choose that kind of an object. Okay, I might have, so thank you for reminding me to choose some simple animate object. Okay, anybody else have a simpler experience other than John?
Alex.
Yes,
Alex?
Kathy.
I focused on my plant, and I focused on the it was like it has a trailing vine.
Mm-hmm.
And my mind just totally relaxed.
Mm-hmm.
And then I heard my mind say, I'll manage.
I'll manage.
Yes. And I never heard that. I mean, I never consciously heard that before.
Perfect. So can you see how people don't just stay in one spot, just the pen or just the plan? Your mind already went, and it actually starts to open up and hear things. And Kathy, you were hearing something, yes?
Yes.
The plan's talking to you, yes? Okay. So when people go deeper, you're actually going to hear wonderful things. But what I just showed you just now is how quickly the mind wants to think of something. You understand that? Like her rose quartz. It's not just an egg, but it's how beautiful it is, how sparkly it is. It's like, what was the word you used, Karen?
I know, it's so pretty and sparkly.
Exactly.
I was noticing the blemish in it and saying, oh, but it's beautiful anyway, even with the blemish in it.
Exactly. You know, and what about you? Did you focus on something, William? And what was your experience on that?
Just my cord. It was my cord. I didn't really go beyond that.
Perfect. So when,
Dad,
who's that?
me, Linda.
Oh, Linda. Yeah. What were you saying?
All right, so I focused on my object, and then I saw my object, and I had it all sussed out. But then because I actually knew what I was seeing, and I saw it, but then I got bored, then I wanted to think of something else.
Yes, I know. A lot of people got bored and they start to think of something else. Correct.
Because in my description of that was, I figured it out, so I needed now to move on to something else.
Exactly. So people cannot even wait for me. That's why I said 10 seconds is a long time. 30 seconds is like eternity when it comes to this exercise, okay? Believe me, I did it for 1 minute. Zero people could handle it.
I think partly is like the purpose. What is the purpose of looking at something for 1 minute?
Correct.
If your mind, you can know the purpose or the reason.
The reason why I want to show you is this. So thank you for asking me. So let's move on now, okay? So let's go to the next exercise. If you really want to get all this whole training here, you know, like I said, I do intense training for different people here and in things. And our mind, I just showed you, if you look at a pen, our mind automatically start off with the pen, and not many people can stay on the pen. They will start to go boom, 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 and they get bored and they start to go on to the next thing, and they start to develop everything, and they start to even make up object stories. It's like look at different things and stuff. They start to go through, and like some people even write a whole story out of this thing. I don't even know how they do it, but they even come up with a poem and they come up with music and everything. It's crazy. It's so fast, the mind. It's so beautiful. So how can you take advantage of this? When I said to you that the power is in your mind, that you are responsible for your mind, and if you want to shift 100%, you can. And in order to do that, you have to be able to focus and to get rid of the all. I said, instead of the, you see how, you know, I said, look at the pen and you start go dump, 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 okay? So I can show you now how quickly that this is an inanimate object. When I do something with emotion, you guys are gonna just fly all over the place. So I want you all to just stay focused on just this quick one, and I'm just gonna do it for 15 seconds, and I want you to see how your mind goes. So take a deep breath and clear your mind. I want you to finish the sentence with only one word. Ready, set, go. Love is. Take a deep breath. And come on back. Okay. How many people could stay in just that one word? No other word come, no other feelings come, no other thing come.
I did.
Awesome, Linda. Awesome, Joe.
I did too.
Normally you come up with all kinds of things. Love is, it's hard to just stay in, especially with an emotion like that with one. Okay, so now how can we take advantage of that? Our mind travels so quickly, so fast. Okay, and when it comes to in the space of the world, there's a lot of drama that happens. We will make up all kinds of stories. Like, you know, it's no title paper. People are crazy. People are doing this. People are doing this. Our mind will do all kinds of runs, all kinds of stuff, create all kinds of scenario. I'm gonna give you all a job because the people that stays on this phone is gonna get it. You stay on this line is gonna get this powerful here. This is your new job. This is your new task on how to move forward quickly, powerfully, and positively. Knowing how fast your mind works, knowing it's almost impossible to stop your mind. Knowing that even the most trained meditators, Zen meditators, to have a no mind space is a microsecond of a time for them. They'll be happy to have just a second of no space, no time. Knowing that the human mind is so active, we want to take advantage of that and we want to funnel it to produce the things that we want powerfully. So the moment your mind, the moment you all who are here today, who wants to manifest and create something, here's what you're going to be doing. Your job now is to quickly let go of whatever. Let's say you pick up, let's say you want, let me see what's the best for you guys here. Okay, let's say you want to make a new way to make money. Is that helpful for you guys? Yeah, just new way to make money, okay? So in especially these kind of times, new way to make money. So your new job is to do this. You write a title, new way to make money. Okay? So automatically your monkey mind will start to figure out how to, why do, what should I do, da, 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 da. It's like automatically, yes?
Mm-hmm.
It's like, well, I don't know how to, this is hard. I don't know, well, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to think. Okay, that's automatic. Okay, so you write the title. So your new job is to start to only write down under that title you keep looking at it, new way. So you say on the top, new way to make money. You look at this one, and I want you to start writing down all the new ways to make money with no thought. Right, one new way. Sell ice cream. Delivery for somebody. Dance with somebody. Don't try to figure it out. Don't, if a negative thought comes, which it normally will, you say, well, I don't think this is, yeah, dance with somebody, that sounds crazy. Don't listen to that crazy conversation, because what you are doing is focusing on new ways to make money. But if you focus on this one, your mind will slow down and it will start to open up, and it will start to access not just your mind, but your subconscious, and then it will start to access your soul, and it will start to access the higher good. But you have to go through that process to
Can you repeat that process again, Alex, please?
Yes. So your homework here is this. Pick any subject. I just give an example of something, new ways to make money. Okay, so we all know the moment we write that, we're gonna have monkey mind. So the training for you guys to now start to release that monkey mind, because I'm just explaining to you this one exercise, and you can put anything on top of that. It's like new ways to teach people, new ways to transform people, new ways to do this thing, you know, or something like that. And I want to be successful quickly in these crazy times, because this work with any circumstance. You know, it's like somebody wants to find a job, new way to find a job, or new job that is possible. We wrote that down, and it completely came very quickly. Okay. So what I'm saying to do is pick a title, just your exercise, new ways to make money, if that is the case, or new way to cook something, okay, or new way to arrange the house, whatever it is, just new way. And you can pick something simpler, like new way to talk to somebody. If you want to talk to somebody that you're having trouble with, you say new way. So you want to, that will bring me close friendship or something like that. So it's a new way. So you write the title. So the next thing you want to do is, I want you to just write down, because when you write down, your mind have to slow down. Okay, but when you write down also, you will actually start to hear the negative conversation. But I need you to write down slowly, just write down new way to make money. It's like walk the dog, sell ice cream, wash the car. Just slowly write it down. And if you hear anything negative, it's okay. You're not going to write it down. So you're not going to focus on negative. You only write down the positive thing. Like how to go to Chicago. Just write down what comes. Stay positive. The door will open and you will go. And it's all going to work out. Okay? So I want you to write at least 10 things and then take a break. So let your mind break. Very relaxed. Don't force yourself. It's not hard. Don't do it hard like John, okay? Just relax, okay? Just write it down, okay? Don't go like intense thought, okay? Just let your mind relax and retrain your mind, okay? John, you got it now, right, John? Okay. So when you write that, you're actually telling your mind to do what? You're telling your mind to focus on the positive. Do you understand that? So day one, it was just, so day one, you will write it, it's only conscious. 10 times is still in the conscious mind. So day two, if you write it again, 10 more times, it will start to go into the subconscious. Okay, and then you just write all the ways you can, whatever the reason, like, you know, how to travel the world. And you write it down. So day 2 is subconscious. Day 3, you will start to go conscious and subconscious, and it will start to empty out conscious and subconscious. It will start to go back and forth, find every reason that you can. Day 3, 100%, because if you write everything, it will start go, whoa, 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 whoa. It will start to flush out what's left of day 3. 10 times. Day 4, if you choose to take this on, day 4, you will start to see your mind starts to slow down. It will start to quiet down. And you will start to see there's nothing there. I don't have any more answer. And it's okay. You don't have to write it. You just acknowledge it. I don't know what else to think. But the conversation and the intent is still new ways to do something. And when you get to nothing here, this is when the magic happens. This is when your mind will start to go look for answers beyond your mind. Just write what comes then. So it will, at this stage, it will go to the first level beyond the mind for answer. So you write that, and you write that, and write 10 things only, and then pause. And you can let it go, take a break, and then you can read it if you want. And day 5, if you do it again, your mind will actually go beyond the level of that to the collective consciousness to get answers for you that is appropriate for your journey. Do you like that? Can you see how I didn't ask you to think? I just asked you to write down. I didn't ask you to try to figure it out. I didn't ask you to try to do things. I actually don't want it because I don't want, your mind will start to make up stories. I don't want your mind to make up stories. You see that? But this is simple exercise. Believe me, if you stick with day 5, you will see wonderful answers to move forward in any area of your life.
Perfect.
And you will actually see that your mind will even start to slow down. And when I say pink elephant doing big business that's juicy, you actually not want to do that anymore. You actually can start to learn to control what your mind is doing. What did you all hear? Did you all understand that exercise?
Yes.
This is amazing. I love it.
Hey, like I said, this is the simple, quick way instead of the hard way, okay?
Alex, could
Yeah.
you repeat, could you or someone else just repeat like the gist of the 5 days? Because I'm not exactly sure what you said.
Who is that? I couldn't see or hear you. Where are you?
That's Kathy.
Oh, that's Kathy. Okay. So who has written
I
it
got
down?
day 5.
You got day what?
Yeah.
You
All
got,
I have different things. I'm not sure if I got it right.
okay. So has anybody written it down? Who volunteers to type it out and email it to everybody?
I have it written down. I can send it.
Would you like to compose it so that you can create it and you can send it out to everybody?
Yeah. I can just copy and paste it into the chat if you just give me a couple minutes to tighten up
Copy
my.
and paste it into the chat.
Or you know what? I'll share it in a Google Doc. How about that?
Okay, and I'll send it out to everybody.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay, thank you, Elizabeth. Okay, so it's actually very simple. Okay, I just summarize it for you guys. So, but did you guys get, most of you get it?
Yes.
Okay, just pick a title of something that you want to move forward in, and then just relax, find a nice relaxed space where you can sit down and relax, and write slowly, write whatever comes to answer the question. And I want you to write 10 things for the first time on the first day. Just write 10 things, and no negative things, and nothing else, nothing that is not to the question. Okay, and then day 2, do the same thing again. The purpose of that is, the first one is to flush out the conscious mind. The second one is, day 2 is the subconscious mind. So you write 10 things again. And day 3, you do the same thing again and see what comes. By day 3, your mind will look for all the answers that it thought it forgot, and the subconscious mind will look, and they'll start to bounce back and forth. They'll start to actually go back and forth. Okay. And then day 4, you do the same thing again to answer the question. Day 4 is when the magic starts to happen. Write down as many as you can. It might not be 10, but it might be 3 or 4. It might be 5. But just write it down and then stop and go to day 5. Day 5 is when the magic happens. It goes beyond just the above, but it goes way up there into the collective consciousness or the Akashic records to get to information for you, and you write it down.
Alex, I have one question on that.
All in a second, Robert. Kathy, did you get that?
Yes, I did. Thank you.
Okay. Yes, Robert.
Say good night,
When
everybody.
you write down, say the first day, you write down 10 things.
Okay.
The second day, you don't want to see what you wrote the day before. Am I correct?
You don't want to see the previous days, correct?
Okay, that was my question.
Yeah,
In other
you
words,
just write down on a
just
new
write it
page
down, put it
on a
in
new day.
Okay, that was my question.
Perfect.
Alex, I have another question.
Okay, Kiana.
So, as you know, I struggle slowing my mind down. So,
Ha 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 ha.
so in my head, I want to do more than one at a time.
Mm-hmm.
Or like, can I do like how to make, new ways to make money, or, and then another one go new ways to train dance, and another one to be, new ways to travel. Can I do more than one, or should I just do
I
one?
don't recommend for the first exercise to do more than one thing, because you want to teach your mind to focus.
Okay.
Because this is about manifesting.
Right. Well, that's why I asked. I was like, if I can do more than one.
There's a whole science to what I do behind all of this. If you all want to, if you want, I can explain the next time. But there's a whole reasoning of why I gave you what I gave you on how to do this. Okay, but for you, I don't recommend putting 2 or 3, because you can do one, stop, and then do the next one, but no more than 30 minutes. You have to give at least 30 minutes.
Okay.
Okay, and then do another one if you want to do it. And then day 2, you can do one first, and then at least 30 minutes break, and then another one if you want.
All right. Perfect. Thanks.
Okay, so that's the closest I would allow you to. I know you want a lot of answers right away and a lot of things right away. Any more questions?
That's good. Thank you.
So did Janio get that?
Yeah, he did. He wrote it down.
Good. All right. You guys are interested. All right, Maggie. All right.
Alex,
Sounds
if
like
you would
sounds
next
like already
time,
Maggie's creating something. That's awesome, Maggie, Susan, yay! Yes.
Alex, if you would next time, I would love to hear the science.
Okay. We'll see how many people are interested. Okay, so this is not the standard way of manifesting. You see that, right? But practice this and you'll see the magic. You know, for those of you who wants to play with me, y'all can just text me your exercise as well, you know, and I'll keep an eye and monitor for you guys. Okay, so this is just for you guys here. So, well, I am so glad that we have another day. Did you all enjoy today's conversation?
Yes.
Yes, thank you, Alex.
Janio, this is just for you, Janio. Too bad he cannot be on Zoom, so I cannot see him. I cannot see what's going on. So anyway, so we'll go ahead. Does anybody have any more questions? Oh, Elizabeth just shared a document over here. So if you guys on Zoom, you all can click on that document. You guys got it. She's fast. Thank you, Elizabeth.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Could make corrections if you need to, but that's just the gist of what I got. I think everybody can.
They might have to request access from you, Elizabeth.
Oh, I thought I made it shareable. Whoa, I'm getting a lot of. Hold on, sorry. Let's see.
So you're gonna get ping, bing, 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 bing everywhere, okay?
Yeah.
So okay, so that is a good question, Karen. I love it. Okay, so you guys got the questions. You guys got the answers. I would love to hear the experience that you all have. Okay. All right, guys. Until next time, and I can't wait for the next time because I know you guys got wonderful things to share. Okay. So again, Elizabeth, thank you so much for sharing that quickly. You are fast with your fingers.
Yeah, I'll let everybody get access. So
Okay.
yeah.
And the other thing is, I'm also going to be able to put it on the replay for YouTube. You know, and so you guys can come back and replay and write that down as well. So thank you, Elizabeth, and we'll get that and she'll request us, and she already wrote it down. So that's beautiful. Okay, so
it's a good one. I'm excited.
I'm excited too. We're excited.
See, surprise, surprise for those people who stayed and came on, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, guys, thank you so much for sharing the evening with me and from all over the place, and I look forward to hearing from you guys. You know, for those of you who listen to the replay, just text me or chime in on the replay and let me know how your experience is, so I know that you guys are getting something from it. Okay, bye bye everybody.
Thank you.
Bye. Thank you.